Hello, Twitch!
It was not all that long, thankfully. I think only about 5 minutes. We did pretty good. Dropping 300 frames now. Wonderful. So we're switching to the Xbox One and Forza Horizon 2. I'm curious curious why it still seems pretty choppy.
Yeah, it
At least on our video frame. Low frame rate.
I mean, the viewers still get the general gist, but...
I'm actually... Thank you, TJ. Hello. Huzzah. Thank you for making it through the break.
Hey, yeah, thanks for staying, guys.
We've resolved to take fewer breaks and shorter ones when we do. Because we tend to be breakers.
But trying to speed through it.
But, yeah, so that's going to be a mystery for me. I wonder if my USB, like the bus speed, or whatever it is, the transfer speed, like you realize that you only get so much that it's split over all your USB ports, right? So I wonder if I just have too many USB things going right now. Like I wonder if I pull this out, this probably should go.
Well, what
My camera stuff doesn't need to be here right now.
What gen i7 do you have?
It's an i5 second gen.
Oh, that's using a really old chipset.
Yeah, but the thing is, according to the task manager, I'm not having CPU problems or memory problems.
I know. But the whole USB thing, you're right.
Oh, the way that it handles that.
Yeah, because they only had so many PCI Express ports or lines to that old.
I'm thinking about putting
that definitely makes a difference.
I'm thinking about putting a USB 3 card in just to separate it out.
It's a good idea. Yeah,
so that way I can put some of the cameras on the USB 3 hub, and then everything else can go through the USB 2, and then there's 2 data streams there. At least that was something I read you can do. I can just put another USB 2 one in, but 3's the shit. Yeah, it's not
I
connected.
should totally be connected.
It's not. No, you shouldn't.
Why?
Because
no Wi-Fi is.
Well, I don't think I set Wi-Fi up on my Xbox One.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right, so we are back full time.
So we need to find some races, blow away some challenges, beat some guys. Oh, I love this freaking game. I mean, I have to agree with you. This is quite possibly the best racing game ever created.
Yeah, I'm extremely pleased with it. I'm gonna, even without Tony here or Pancakes here, I'm gonna remember to change the game. I remembered to change the game, guys. All right, so yeah, this is it. This is the behemoth and beauty that is Forza Horizon 2. And you are dead on. It is. I mean, let's go over the things that I love about it. First of all, it stretches on forever. Some people might call it fluff. Some people might, who knows what they might call it. Some of the events, I will give them that some of the events do feel samey, but when you have an open world in a setting like this, it's easy to find little corners of it that feel new every time.
Yeah, you can always find new shortcuts. But I mean, I just love the freeformness. You know, I mean, the fact that you can go off road at any moment. I mean, I deem this corner not worthy. Well, okay, fair enough.
In this game,
there's an actual fence around that one.
And it did come out.
But half the time, you know.
It came out for 360 as well. This did, and
wow, I need it.
There were no. Yeah, boy, this is
not going well.
Let's pay attention a little bit.
Slightly, yeah. Let me try. A little counter steer and maybe.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And some people actually don't or hold it against it that it only runs 30 frames. I'm okay with that.
I mean,
I understand the breadth of what it is, and again, the 360 version you can't go off road at all. It's just the roads that are everywhere. But everything is fenced off.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of a drag.
That's like playing a totally different game. To me, and that would be more like playing Forza 5, where everything is literally fenced off.
But only at 30 frames per second instead of 60. At least the mainline Forza games run at 60.
Yeah. Although I
don't want to be a bumpy racer in this game, but I am. Oh, look at that. There's some camera things there you can take if you wanted to. So yeah, I mean there are just race series that stretch on and on and on, which I mean they put you in different cars and all different scenarios and different places and regions of the map.
I really hope I got
And
that one.
the problem is that I stare at a spot on the screen about an inch and a half above where the top of the car is. So to me, it all looks the same when I'm intensely focusing on it. But when I'm able to sit here and commentate on it,
See, I'm all over the place when I'm watching. Looking for the other players.
when I'm able to sit here as a passenger and just commentate on it,
True, it is.
There's great variety.
As a passenger, you're able to marvel at the beauty of the world around it. I mean, right now it's flying by, but I mean, really, when I've watched the game, as you know, when somebody else is playing it, it seems like everything else is so detailed. You know, the things that aren't the cars. I mean, of course, you expect the cars to be highly detailed, you know, but even the buildings and everything, very realistic.
Yeah, I'll give one a shot.
Come on, you gotta play at least something.
Although there's a winning tradition now that I have to. But,
You have to win. Have to.
well, only because you did now. Yes, the upgrade. The upgrade being able to go anywhere. Yes, I would agree. That is.
Yeah.
Though with that said, I'm sure it's still probably the best racing game on the 360. Boom! Almost. Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, I
You
guess
just weren't that good enough.
Hey, it should have gave it to me, man. It cheated me. That skill chain right there, man.
Oh, what do we got here?
What you looking for, man? You got a scramble?
Scramble.
Freaking street race?
race.
Ooh, sprint.
I'll take that. It's heavy. It's heavier than I remember.
And then they're coming out with a 6 later this year.
Yep, I'm probably not going to be around day one for that one.
Really? I'm slightly amazed.
Well, there's a lot coming out this fall.
Fair enough.
Obviously, Mario Maker's my big
Are
thing.
you actually going to try Fallout 4? I mean, I heard you say some rumblings, you know, earlier about you maybe trying it.
Probably not, no.
Why not? Fair enough.
I thought I was going to try Metal Gear, but I'm not... First of all, I should not have been allowed to play Metal Gear 3 on the 3DS for the first time. Of all the versions of that game, the 3DS version is not great.
But, I mean, I've never been a fan of the Metal Gear Solid series, to be honest.
But I like stealth stuff a lot, so I feel like I might be. And I like convoluted, stupid stories.
Do you like cinematics?
Yes, TJ. This game uses just a very bog standard leveling system, where it pretty, as far as I know, it stretches on like indefinitely. I've seen people in the multiple hundreds. Damn it all. And
And pretty much every time you level up, you get to spin a wheel, which is like the freaking Wheel of Fortune.
God damn it.
And you get some sort of random prize. Whether it's $2,000, $30,000, a new car, could be anything. Which is actually pretty cool.
And
because it adds a bit of a random gen to it, you know. I mean, one time I was playing, you know, you were out on vacay, you know, I was playing, I freaking made 30 grand in a freaking spin. It's like, yeah, that's a new car for me. So
there are 2 XP systems as well. When you win races and stuff, that's one XP system, and then as you can see in the center of the screen, there's that score by like doing tricks and stuff.
There you go.
And that counts as things. So there you go. I've won a prize. Let's find out what I got. Big money, no whammy. Stop. Money.
Ain't bad.
At this stage in the game, not interested.
Hey man, more upgrades.
No, I'm too good for it.
Mr. Moneybag.
I mean, this game has a feedback loop between the XP and the getting new cars and the slot machine and the excellent racing physics that just and the incredible graphics that aren't being represented very well by all my drop frames and choppy video right now. But overall, it's really got you covered on all bases. You could say maybe it's a little realistic, a little hardcore, and you have to pay a little more attention than we probably are to perform well at it, but...
Nah, we're doing alright. I mean, it's arcadey enough where anybody can jump into it pretty much.
Oh man, but these Aston Martins, which I love, Still are
a
really
little-
tail heavy.
yeah,
All right, I'm
well,
gonna have to rewind on that one.
Heavy rear-wheel drive vehicle.
I can't.
And the rewind feature, I love the freaking rewind feature.
And what's nice is you might yell and say that we're soft. And first of all, you're right. I play all my games on easy. Second of all, you can turn that off, and you can get big credits for it too, because the game will know that you're not using it. So
Yeah, no, you go into the driver assist, right? I mean, you turn off traction control, you get an extra 5% on everything you win.
I think traction control's more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's maybe 10%. So, I mean, the more difficult you make the game, the more you win. And I really like that about it.
So
It rewards you.
Good on you. Good on you. Turn 10 and playground games.
Now, you want to turn on realistic damage, you know? You get an extra 10%. for
I
that.
tried that. It's tough. It's hard
imagine.
because
Yeah,
my driving style is to run into things. Sure,
Well, I mean, the best way to straighten yourself out in a corner is to hit the wall. Then you just run around the wall.
I'll say this about don't forget, tonight is Xbox Appreciation Night, so we haven't talked a damn bit about appreciating the Xbox.
Especially what we did about the original Xbox. We gave that some praise. But the Xbox One.
I come here to praise the
I mean-
Xbox One greatly, actually.
Yeah.
My favorite next gen system is the Wii U.
Honestly,
I said it.
You're a Nintendo fanboy. So.
Oh, fanboy! I just have box fans everywhere, and they all say Nintendo on them.
So I mean, out of all the.
But after that, it's got to be. I don't know. It's really tough.
To me, I want the Xbox One.
But the Xbox
I
One
want
has
this.
such a great. It does have really good exclusives. It's got a good user interface. I am somewhat dismayed by the underpowered overall numbers and raw horsepower of it. But with that said, they have things that the PlayStation doesn't, and the ecosystem needs it.
Yep.
Oh Jesus, that one overbreak that one.
And I mean, if you love racing games, first-person shooters.
TJ.
Yep, you did.
TJ.
You done.
You said the magic words right there, my
Well,
friend.
I'm
magic
out of this
word.
convo all of a sudden.
Yes, and the short story is yes, I am quite excited for the motion picture Spectre. The long story is that back just in, I think in April or thereabouts, I just recently completed a thing where I watched all of them except Die Another Day, because who has time for that one? I was in London recently. I want to say that you were in the... Oh, I just won. I just want to say that you were in the chats maybe when I was there, but I saw Bond in Motion, which was a collection of the world's largest collection of official James Bond vehicles, and took a lot of pictures. They all came out blurry because the lighting was dark, and that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
I'd pay damn good money to see that.
They had the Lotus submarine. They had all the different Aston Martins that did the rolls in Casino Royale and got its door ripped off in Quantum of Solace. They had the Ford Mustang that did the two-wheel thing in Diamonds Are Forever. They had the boat from the World Is Not Enough, where he dives underneath and adjusts his tie. Pretty much you name it, and like three-wheelers and four-wheelers and all the motorcycles. We also recently went to Turkey, so seeing the Turkish motorcycle from Skyfall, which is my second favorite movie of all time, was cool because all of a sudden I looked at it and recognized it as the Turkish language. Was able to read it. That was kind of neat, although it's not really hard to imagine what it said by saying Polizi or Poliza. So, hey, whatever. But it was pretty incredible. My wife insisted that I get the stupid photo op where you stand in front of the James Bond gun barrel and wear a tuxedo and make stupid poses. It's one of my favorite pictures of myself ever. I'm glad she made me do it. But yeah, Spectre is. I don't go to movies in the theater too often. I'm more of a stay-at-home kind of guy. But Spectre is going to be in IMAX opening weekend kind of guy.
And we're both planning on going.
Yeah, which is for me is insane. To go to an IMAX on opening weekend for a movie is unheard of for me. So the fact that
Let me know when tickets go on sale.
Oh
man,
yeah, I'll
'cause
be keeping an eye out.
Totally on.
Yeah. Shimei makes me smarter and more ladylike.
This is difficult.
It's
man.
dark. It's dark. You're gonna have to raise your game.
I'm gonna have to sober up. That's difficult. I am driving drunk.
You are. Let's be careful here.
Let's be careful with our terminology.
You're twiddling thumbs while drunk. Twiddling thumbs while drunk. It sounds far more sexual. Oh, do I have a favorite Bond film? Yes, because like I said, I just watched all of them pretty much with the express purpose of figuring out my favorite one. I was born in 1984. I'm 31 years old. So for me, my James Bond is Pierce Brosnan.
Yep. Dang it, that fucking bull, man.
Everybody has their James Bond. Some people, unfortunately, were born in an era where they grew up in the 70s and think that Pierce Brosnan, or not Pierce Brosnan, that Roger Moore is their James Bond, therefore the best James Bond.
Well, I was 86, and Pierce Brosnan is definitely a guy for me.
Those people who select Roger Moore are unfortunately wrong.
Oh, totally.
There has to be a loser here.
Although I have to say, Sean Connery definitely holds a place in my heart for that.
But that's not. I understand that, but I'm not here to rank the Bonds. I was just here to make a sarcastic jab at the people of my father's generation, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
With that said,
You are here to rate the Bond movies.
Brosnan was always my favorite Bond growing up, so it inspired me this past spring, late winter, to go back and realize, with all the hate that Pierce Brosnan gets, why do I like him so much? It can't just be nostalgia. I have to like him for some other reason. I went back and realized that, unfortunately, yes, it was entirely 100% nostalgia based. He's a little too scrawny, and he's not good enough in the action bits. He's just not. So with that said, Craig is my Bond, my new favorite Bond. And with that said, I think I knew going into this that it's Skyfall. It's Skyfall. Skyfall is my favorite James Bond movie.
Really?
It's really, really well made in my opinion. I mean, they all have plot holes. I mean, they're all cotton candy that you chew on that disappears as soon as you put it in your mouth. That's okay. They're so much fun, and I have some sort of weird infatuation, crush, whatever you want to call it, with Ben Whishaw, who was Q. I thought he was great. I went on to watch his press Y. I went on to watch his series on the BBC.
I can't hit the fucking shortcut?
Keep going back. No, you can't hit the shortcut. It's a checkpoint race. I think Ben Wishaw's Q is really good. I went back to watch him on the BBC show The Hour, and I really, really enjoyed that as well with him in it, along with the guy from the Wire, Dominic West, who, by the way, British. Other James Bond movies, because you always want to foster discussion. Other James Bond movies that I feel passionately about. I feel really good about Timothy Dalton, actually, as James Bond. I'm really high on him. I feel like he was Daniel Craig before Daniel Craig, and that the 80s were not ready for him. With that said, I think License to Kill is better than people give it credit for, and I think The Living Daylights is a legit good legit good Bond movie. Living Daylights. Obviously, Goldfinger is the gold standard, one of the gold standards.
What are your thoughts on GoldenEye?
Nice work. Another win. Another 20.
GoldenEye was one of the bigger disappointments when I went back to watch it recently. It's a lot slower than you remember. It's kind of, it doesn't know if it wants to be forward thinking or backwards in a lot of places. Like I really like how I like how they bring the misogyny and all the old Bond things up into the forefront with that conversation with M in the beginning, calling him an old dinosaur and whatnot. So I'm a big fan of the way they kind of approach that, but it has its peaks. The tank scene. The damn scene in the beginning, obviously, where he breaks in, and obviously the nostalgia factor is through the roof of the game. So I look back on it kindly, but it's pacing wise, there are down points that for some reason I've noticed a lot more recently, and plus also the scene in the beginning-ish, when he's getting psychologically evaluated, and he's in the DB5, and he's racing the Ferrari. That is just ridiculous. That DB5 would get eaten alive by that Ferrari. There's no way it would catch up. There's no way it could even compete even a little bit with it. And that bugs me for some reason. I don't know why. Love the DB5. I nearly wet myself when I saw it in Skyfall. And the music comes in.
Yeah, but it's definitely not real.
But that scene bugs me for some reason. And I have seen the behind the scenes YouTube footage, and if you haven't, you should look this up, of those two cars crashing in practice. During the scene where the Ferrari spins over the dirt, cutting the hairpin corner, it spins out and the DB5 runs into it, as far as I remember. And it's like one of those moments.
That is a lot of expensive metal getting wrecked together.
Indeed.
Okay, mate, focus.
Although most of them are probably demo
Win this
cars.
next one, I'm a
In
champion.
my recent watch through, I was also really impressed with Dr. No, the very first one. It's kind of now that one actually won out and was given points for its slower pace because it wasn't an action-based movie. It was a lot more of like the traditional classic spy genre.
Ah, okay.
And the one I was disappointed in was Thunderball. The underwater sequences, probably very cool in the late 60s, were interminably long and boring in current age. I think I read that online too. Somebody that I probably stole that opinion rather than formed it myself. To be completely honest, I'm no critic. I want to be, but I'm not. I just like to talk negatively about things. That doesn't make you a critic. That just makes you a pessimist.
But it is fun.
It is fun. It's fun.
It's fucking addictive too, man.
Where the goddamn hell is Blake?
Dude, he is done, man. He is in a grasp.
Thank you, eBay, for telling me that I got my things that I got. No, seriously.
He's in the grasp of a woman, man.
We miss you, Blake. He could watch this on. He could watch this on his.
Yeah, and
his phone right
he's
now.
gonna
Probably
gonna
not.
hear how much. We should text him. Be like, get your ass over here. You should text him. Be like, where you at?
I am. I'm gonna send him a text message that's gonna say this: who are the 5 best streamers you know? Dave, Steven, Dave, Steven, Dave. Sorry, I get 3 because I built this.
Okay, fair enough.
Because we spit hot fire.
You know it. Especially when I'm at the controls.
And I'm also gonna tell him you're not in this because you're not here.
Dude, he's missing out.
Who are the 5 best streamers you know? Oh, I said beat. Damn it, Shimei.
Beat?
Yes, who are the 5 beat streamers you know? Beat comma streamers. God, it's even worse.
We might be under the influence of it. Whatever he sent back was wrong.
Well, that's just me. You're gonna get another one.
Oh, that was my phone. That's crazy, man.
We spit hot fire. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Pfeiffer, cat.
Has joined us.
So now you've seen a dog and a cat if you've been following us long enough. Pfeiffer's gonna probably try to climb up on my lap because he likes to do that because he's a silly little boy.
Stick his butt in my face.
If you talk to him, he'll,
'Cause that's just the cat thing to do.
Here he comes. He's gonna do it. That was just me again. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm not freaking out this time, man.
We have a third cat. Oh, okay, here we go. Definitely agree with your points, as much as my knowledge will allow. Casino Royale and Skyfall are both kind of tied for #1 spot. Yes, Casino Royale is definitely a 2 for me, without a doubt, but it's up there for goddamn sure. We'll get to the cat dog question in a second. Thought
Wait,
the
did
Casino
you
Royale was
ask
excellent,
which are
rejuvenating
better?
the series, and I thought Skyfall expertly tied some of the older elements series. Oh man, you did. I mean, you took the thoughts right out of my head, TJ. I love that opinion. That is could not agree with you more. Love the callbacks in Skyfall, and I mean James Bond had been doing the same thing for how many years now? So
50?
well, about 30 by the time, 35, let's say, by the time. Well, no, let's say 40 by the time.
Come on.
Nice
No,
driving.
let's go to a new game then.
20 points.
By the time that Casino Royale came around, so it did need a little kick in the pants, and I'm glad that it finally came around and finally gave it to it. So we have a third cat. We have a third cat, Salem. He's black. He is. He's black. I'm calling it like I see it. But he doesn't come out to this room all that much. He's the oldest. Next came him. Funny story. My wife when she moved to Houston, her mom came to visit and thought that the cat that was already here, Salem, needed a friend. So she went to PetSmart and came home with this thing. And so one day while my wife was at work, she just came home and all of a sudden, hey, boom, there's a cat here. So he came second, and then when I moved here, the dog was found in a park while I was playing disc golf. She ran up to us and we took her home. So the order goes black cat that's not seen, this tan cat right here, and dog that is just off screen outside of the room. Let's move on to a new game here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And I'll even start.
Something different.
All right. Give me that XP.
So close to leveling up, man.
I think because I'm not connected, I don't get to keep any of that XP.
That's checked out.
Alright, that's it for now in Montalino. Regroup at the hub if you're done here, and we'll move on out to the next destination.
I don't really want to.
I think I'd rather do something else.
What do you feel like, Steven? Do you want to do some Rare Replay or some Scream Ride?
That's a hard choice.
I feel like Scream Ride's a little better for